Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. For today's video, I'll be putting down some slug and snail bait in my hosta garden. This used to be just hostas, and because I'm running out of space and I'm going to cut down a tree and I had to remove some other perennials, it's now back to being an official shade garden. It has hostas in here, coral bells, and it also has some lungwort so far. But for today's video, I'll be focused on putting down some snail and slug bait for my hostas. One of the reasons I'm doing this is because hostas is a foliage plant and you want to make sure your foliage stays really nice. Slugs and snails love hostas, so your hostas might look really nice, and then you come outside the next day and then you got a bunch of holes in them. Now, snails and slugs move at night. You don't see them at all in the daytime. They're just like invisible. But when you wake up the next day, you're going to see a bunch of holes. So they do move at night. And the best time to actually put the snail bait down is at night. So the sun is starting to set. It's only around 7 o'clock. And the best time to put it, per the instructions, the best time to put the snail bait down is at night because that's when they're more active. Here's an example of a hosta that's already gotten bitten up. It's not a good thing when the plant is simply a foliage plant. I don't have the hostas for flowers, even though they do flower and they're really nice and the pollinators love the flowers. The main draw of a hosta is its foliage. So it never looks good when it has a bunch of holes in them. So I'm going to show you what I use to protect my hostas from snails and slugs. This has been my go-to, guys. It works really well. This has been my go-to. I get this from, I believe I get this from Lowe's, or no, I think I get this from Walmart. I get this from Walmart, and all I do is I put this around the hostas. Ideally, what you want to do is as soon as the hostas come out the ground, now these things have been moving fast. We got a lot of rain the other day, so as soon as they poked their heads out, they started unfurling. Ideally, you want to put this at the base of the plant as soon as you see them coming out, which is probably why they beat me to having a bunch of holes already. So it's never too late, but it's best if you did it earlier. So let's get that done. Alright guys, so this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to take my trowel and just take a little bit at a time. And here's an example of a hosta. This is the best time to do it, when the hosta is literally just beginning to come out. And I'm just going to throw it here. It doesn't have to be a lot, but enough where they're going to be deterred, right? Here's another set of hostas. Yeah, this is a blue hosta. This one's began to unfurl real quick, and all I'm doing is just going around the plant and doing that. Nothing fancy, nothing special, just something to keep them away. You notice that a lot of these hostas are in different stages. You know, this Patriot here looks completely different from that blue one right here. And then here's that tortilla chip up there versus that one right here that's just beginning to unfurl. So different hostas, different stages, but they all need that help from those slugs and those snails. Here's another one here. And actually some of them still haven't come up yet, so I still have to watch where I walk. So here's another set right here. I'm just gonna throw it here. I don't measure or anything, I just do it. I just really don't want these guys to eat up my stuff. And if it lands on the leaves, you just knock it off because you don't want it to climb up until the plant. They are some slow guys, but for whatever reason, I think they move really fast at night. And you might be surprised how badly something might look. Here's a tortilla chip one here. I'm just going around and putting it by the root. Here's another one here. I have a lot of hostas, guys. If you love hostas, you know I have tortilla chip, I have blue Hawaii or blue angel, I have halcyon, I have a rainforest sunrise, I have Minuteman, bedazzled, so sweet. So many types of hostas I have in this yard. When I do my April tour, they should be a little bit bigger and you'll get to see them a little bit better. But this is what I'm doing, guys. Let me know if you have issues with your hostas getting eat up. Now, I don't have any issues with deer. And I know somebody might ask that. I have no issues with deer. My backyard, my hostas are mainly in my backyard, and my backyard is completely fenced. So the deer can't get in. But my only issue with the hostas really is the slugs and the snail. One last note, guys, don't put this slug and snail bait down if you're expecting a lot of rain. You don't want the rain to wash this away. You want this to stay here for a while to deter these slugs and snails. So I pretty much used the entire bag for this area alone. I believe this thing was only like $6 at Walmart. It wasn't expensive at all. And in the grand scheme of things, it does really help with the look of the hostas in the end. When they're in their glory in May, June, July, you want them to look really, really nice. So that's one thing. Don't do this if you're expecting rain in the next 2 days. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if you do this for your garden, how your hosta do, whether or not you use these or not. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted in all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.